Hello everyone, welcome to Kids Auto and Truck Repair. Today we have a 2005 Freightliner school bus with the C7 cat engine on it. In this video I'm going to show you how to reseal a fuel injector. Now I'm not just going to reseal one injector, I'm going to reseal all of them. I'm going to show you how to reseal one and then I'm going to reseal the rest of them off camera. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this electrical connector. We're going to flip this clip and then push the connector back just like that, and then we're going to undo these two Allen bolts that hold the injector down on the cylinder head. Now these injectors can be really difficult to remove. These injectors don't come out easily, so hopefully these ones are not really stuck on. So the bolts of the fuel injectors are torqued up to 10 foot-pound, so they're not really tight on. So here comes the first bolt. I'm gonna get it out of the way. So now we're gonna remove the second one. So I got the second bolt removed. So what I like to do is I like to rock the injector back and forth a little bit before I remove it. So I'm gonna try to find a way and rock the injector back and forth. I'm gonna use a homemade puller that I have here that I use to pull out these injectors. So here is my homemade injector puller. So we're gonna use a sliding hammer to pull it out. So our injector came up, it's really loose, so I can rock it back and forth. So here comes our fuel injector. Okay, so we're gonna replace these seals. These seals over here are leaking, especially this one. So I'm gonna put our injector out of the way. Now we're gonna clean the injector bore. Okay, now since this is a HEWI system, when you remove the injector there is oil and fuel that goes in the cylinder. we have to empty the cylinder before we reseal the injector and put it back together. We have to suck all the oil and the fuel that went in the cylinder. We're gonna use a pump to suck all the oil and the fuel that went in the cylinder. So now we're gonna do that, because if you don't suck the oil and the fuel that went in the cylinder, when you put everything back together and you start the engine, you can lock up the engine and bend the push rods. So let's suck that oil out of the cylinder. So we're gonna use this pump over here. So this line is gonna go in the cylinder. All right, so that's good. We've sucked the oil out of the cylinder. I mean, that's the only way you have to do this, because there's no way to prevent the oil and fuel from dumping inside the cylinder. I put new O-rings on the injector. As you can see, we have new O-rings over here. So now we're gonna reinstall our fuel injector. We're gonna apply a little bit of oil on these O-rings over here. So I'll put a little bit of more oil on these O-rings. So now we're gonna install our injector. So I'm gonna make sure the injector is lined up, and then we're gonna push it down. So just like that, our injector went down. So now we're gonna install the injector hold down bolt. Now the torque spec for the injector bolt is 10 foot-pound. So we're gonna torque these bolts to 10 foot-pound. So I'm gonna tighten this one bolt over here first. I'm just gonna get it snug on. And then I'm gonna undo this. Now we're gonna tighten the second one. So we have to make sure that we're pushing the injector down evenly.
There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, when you tighten these bolts, you always want to start by tightening this one all the way and then tightening this one next. Okay, that's going to help push the injector down evenly. All right, so now we got these two bolts snug on, so I'm gonna loosen both of them. Okay, so now we are ready to torque them. I'm gonna grab my torque wrench. So I'm using an inch-pound torque wrench, so 10 foot-pounds equals to 120 inch-pound. So we're gonna set this up to 120 inch-pound. So now we're gonna torque these bolts. All right, I hope you can hear the torque wrench click. The first bolt is torqued down to 10 foot-pound. Now we're gonna torque the second one. So just like that. All right, so this is torqued to 10 foot-pound. We're gonna torque the next one just like that. So both injector bolts have been torqued down. So now we're gonna reconnect our electrical connector. All right, so that's it. We reconnected the electrical connector of the injector. So this is how you remove and replace a fuel injector on a C7 CAT engine. Thanks for watching. See you next time. All right, turn it off. Start it one more time. Good. Perfect. All right, we're good to go. So now I'm gonna install the valve cover and put everything back together, and after that we're gonna take this vehicle for a test drive. Thanks for watching. See you next time.